Hi everyone, my name's CJ Ports with Fievel Real Estate, and on this episode we're going to break down exactly what a real estate agent would do when liquidating and or selling their own personal real estate. Now, this is super important because agents oftentimes will do what they need to sell other people's property, but they know exactly what they want to do when it comes time to sell their personal residence. On this episode, we're going to break down exactly what I did when selling one of our rental properties here in our hometown. We'll go through the tips and tricks that I use personally to maximize my return on my investment and get as much money as I can from the sale of the home. Now, before we jump into the video, I have to at least mention this. Fievel Real Estate is a flat fee listing service where we list your home for a flat fee, full service for just under $5,000, and we do everything from start to finish. So in addition to the tips and tricks that I'm going to show you in this video, it's also really important that you save money on your biggest expense when it comes time to sell your home, and that's actually commissions to real estate agents. On average, we save our clients over $15,000 in commissions, and we can certainly walk you through the processes and steps and make sure you have a successful transaction. If you're interested in learning a little bit more, click the link in the bio. Now let's jump into it. Tip number 1, painting. Well, not completely painting. Now, it's important to go and touch up chipped paint throughout the house, but most importantly, what some people think will add huge value to their home is actually painting the interior or exterior of the house. Now, assuming that you don't have any crazy color walls, I really don't recommend that unless it's in very bad shape. The reason I say that is because painting can be very expensive, and in most cases, there's a very suitable option that'll make your house look fantastic. Now, oftentimes painting the interior and exterior of the home can be in the tens of thousands of dollars, and I don't think you're going to get a great return on your investment unless it's a really bad home. But let's take the bulk of homes which really don't need that. A great alternative is a power washer. Now, you can pick up a power washer at Home Depot. The one that I personally love to use is a Ryobi power washer. It's small, it's electric, it plugs in. And what it does is you actually are just washing off the dirt off of the surface of the exterior of the home. Now, when I'm talking about power washing, this is exterior, not interior. And when you're done doing this, it's really gonna look like a brand new, freshly painted home. Now, you'll see the results of this. There are a few other things that I always like to mention. If you have the ability to power wash some of the walkways that are in your main walking areas, do that. It makes the concrete look fresh and lively. It makes all the fresh surfaces outside look clean and inviting. So I really recommend doing it. I have a great video of the property that I just put on the market and what I did and how it turned out. Now, it's really important to remember, you don't want to get too crazy with your power washer. Power washers can get up extremely high to a point where they're pressure washing, actually taking the paint off of the building. Do not do that. You can totally get by if you're just going to be doing this once or twice. I like to do it once a year at my own home because it makes my house look fresh, but a simple pressure washer with 1.2 to 2.0 gallons per minute is a great option for you when pressure washing your home. Tip number 2, a magic eraser. Now, obviously you're going to go through your whole house and do a very deep cleaning of the space, but a magic eraser is actually a great option for the things that don't come off with your typical wash or spray and rinse, whatever you're doing in your home. Now, a magic eraser is great for scuffed walls, scuffed floorboards, little things like that, scuffed cabinets. It really does take that off and does change the appearance of the house. If you're including your refrigerator, if you have a white refrigerator in your home and you're selling your property, use the magic eraser on the white refrigerator. It's genius. Now, obviously you're going to go through and do a deep cleaning, and another thing that I super recommend is going through and wiping off all of the floorboards, especially at the corners where people walk down hallways. There's a lot of foot traffic. Those areas get scuffed, dinged, and chipped, and so what you want to do is go in there, very thoroughly wash those floorboards off to make sure it looks fresh, clean, inviting, and new. If there are chips, take a small paintbrush and touch it up. Tip number 3 is declutter. Now, the property that I just recently sold was totally vacant, so it was decluttered to begin with. But if you're not in a position to sell your house and have it vacant, be sure to take down all of the things that are cluttering up your space. For example, a microwave that's a countertop microwave may seem not that big of a deal, but it takes up a huge footprint on your counter space. Same things with coffee makers. If you have a Keurig or a toaster, take all of those things down. Show and magnify the space that your kitchen has to offer. Also, if you have pictures of your family posted all throughout the house, that's fantastic. But what that does is when a new buyer comes in, it doesn't make it feel like they're walking into their home. It feels like they're walking into your home. So be sure to take those down. You're going to be packing, you're going to be moving anyways. Get it over with early and help benefit the sale of your property. When you take down those pictures off the wall, take a small touch up and touch up each of the holes for those spaces. This makes it lightly used, it makes it feel more inviting, and it makes it feel like a fresh space for someone to move their family into. Clear up your outdoor space. Now, this is super important, especially if you get into the springtime, especially if you get into different areas where your home might start looking a little bit overgrown. Clean it up. Pay a landscaper $100, $200, whatever it is, to come in and clean it up and spray for weeds. If your property is going to be sitting on the market for 2, 3, 4 weeks in a normal market, in the market that we're in right now, that's not typical, but it is common for those things to happen. Spray for weeds. The weeds will be gone and will be kept away for 6 months, and by that time you'd have already sold the property and moved on to a better space. If you have play toys in the backyard from your children, put them off to one side. You want to make it look clean and inviting, not messy like children just ran through the house as well. Now, this might go without saying, but it is so incredibly important for you to take professional photos and for you to have your space cleaned up and fresh before that photographer comes into space. Now, if you are listing your home with a real estate agent, the standard must be professional real estate photos. And the reason why is there are specific things that real estate photographers do that they do to make your space look fantastic. Now, they have wide angle lenses. They also take at different apertures, meaning that there's different light allowed into the camera, and it takes pictures of the inside. They blend them all together. They'll take 3 to 5 photos in the same spot, blend them all together, and you can see all the light in the inside and you can see all the light in the outside the backyard, and it really does make your pictures look fantastic. Now, the thing that I think is the most important for you to remember is everybody, before they come and look at your home in person, will be looking at the photos first. So you're always wanting to put your best few photos in the first 5 to 7 pictures. Now, if you have one of the most amazing vaulted ceilings, that should be picture number 3. If you have a fantastic entryway, that should be in the top 5 photos. If you have a brilliant backyard that's great for entertaining guests, that needs to be up front too. The photos of the laundry room, the bathrooms, the extra bedrooms, those can all be placed towards the end. Put your best foot first and your best photos first as well. Lastly, if you can, list your home on the market on Thursday. The reason I say Thursday is because Thursday afternoon is typically when people are checking out of the work week mentally and starting to take care of things that they need to do in their own personal life, like shopping for homes. And what you'll see is you'll see a super increased activity in your property when it comes time to sell as you reach that weekend. That very first weekend, you want to make sure it has good weather if possible, and you want to be able to list it on a Thursday and have open houses on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The level activity will be super indicative of if your property is going to sell, and what will be good is other people will actually see others walking into your space and feel like you have a desirable home and may encourage them to make an offer sooner rather than later. When everybody else wants something for some reason or the other, we do too. So that's one of the strategies that I like to do. When we listed this property on the market on Thursday, we had an open house on Friday. We had 14 people through from the afternoon. 22 groups in on Saturday, and then 21 groups in on Sunday. We actually got 3 offers. 2 of them came in on Saturday, and we accepted it for $10,000 over our asking price. It was a fantastic offer. We were thrilled to have it. We wanted the property to go through the weekend to give everyone an ample opportunity to submit an offer, but we knew we were going to be pursuing that offer that we received that was $10,000 over. I hope this video gave you some insight how to prepare your home for sale when it comes time to sell your property. If you ever have questions about this process, feel free to give us a call. There's a link in the bio. We love real estate. I love talking real estate. I'll talk your ear off, and I'll give you all of the advice that you'd like or need to prepare your home for sale. And if you'd like to list with our company, the best way to save you money up front is by listing with Fievel Real Estate, a flat fee, full service real estate agency that will list your home for just under $5,000. God bless everyone. Take care, and we'll talk soon.